You notice things others don't. You hear the words they leave unsaid. You sense the tension before anyone speaks. You feel emotions that aren't even yours. And that's why sometimes, the world feels overwhelming. You watch people laugh, fight, compete, and you wonder why it all feels meaningless. But this is your gift. Because you feel deeply, you understand what others cannot. While others skim the surface of life, you dive into its currents. You are not broken. You are not too sensitive. You are awake. Even if no one notices. Even if no one appreciates. Even if no one understands, your soul is quietly absorbing, learning, preparing. And one day, it will reveal a strength that surprises everyone, including yourself. You were not born to blend in. You were born to see. To feel. To notice. While others rush through life, chasing noise, you linger in silence. You notice the unspoken sorrow behind a smile. You feel the tension in a crowded room. You sense the energy before words are said. This is not a weakness. This is your superpower. Because while most people live distracted, you live consciously. And that awareness, that perception, will one day guide not only yourself, but those who are ready to follow. Your purpose is not to chase approval. It is to understand deeply. To witness life as it truly is. To recognize patterns that no one else sees. And one day, you will realize that your quiet observation was the most valuable thing you could ever offer the world. Most people will never understand your mind. They will call you strange, odd, too quiet, too sensitive. And yet, that is exactly what makes you powerful. You are rare. Rare because you feel deeply. Rare because you observe patiently. Rare because you choose awareness over distraction. The world will sometimes feel exhausting. Groups, parties, loud conversations, they will drain your energy. But solitude will restore you. Books, music, nature, silence, they will recharge your soul. Being different is not a curse. It is a gift. A gift that will guide you to people, places, and experiences that the majority cannot even dream of. One day, those who laughed at your quiet ways will seek the calm and clarity you carry naturally. Because being rare is not about standing out. It is about standing true. Some souls were not designed to blend into the noise. You were designed to feel the silence between sounds. That's why crowded rooms drain you. That's why shallow conversations make you feel empty. That's why you crave something deeper than most people ever think about. You don't want attention. You want connection. You don't want to be liked. You want to be understood. There was a young boy who felt strange in his village. Everyone laughed loudly, chased success, fought for approval. But he sat quietly by the river, listening to the water. People called him odd, slow, too quiet. One day a great storm came. The river overflowed. The village panicked. But the boy knew the river. He had listened to it his whole life. He guided people to safety while everyone else was confused. The village realized something that day. He was not weak. He was aware. Just like you. You were never meant to fit in. You were meant to see deeper. You feel more because you are wired to notice more. The tone of a voice. The energy in a room. The unspoken sadness behind a smile. This is not weakness. This is emotional intelligence. Your nervous system is tuned like a fine instrument. While others feel only the loud notes, you hear the soft ones. That's why you need solitude. That's why you get overwhelmed easily. That's why music, silence, and nature feel like medicine. Your soul needs gentleness to function. You carry ancient calm in a modern storm. Your soul remembers a slower way of being. A deeper way of loving. A quieter way of existing. That's why you don't chase chaos. That's why drama feels heavy. That's why superficial goals don't excite you. You want meaning. Not noise. Your difference is your depth. You carry ancient calm in a modern storm. Your soul remembers a slower way of being. A deeper way of loving. A quieter way of existing. That's why you don't chase chaos. That's why drama feels heavy. That's why superficial goals don't excite you. You want meaning. Not noise. Your difference is your depth. There was once a lighthouse that stood on a lonely shore. It didn't flash bright colors. It didn't call attention to itself. It simply stayed, and shone. Storms would come. Waves would rise. Ships would panic in the darkness. But the lighthouse never moved. Its soft, steady light quietly showed the way. Many other lights burned brightly for a moment, then disappeared. But this one remained. That lighthouse is you. You don't shout. You don't compete. You don't need to prove. Your calm, your presence, your quiet understanding, guides people without you even trying. Some people don't realize it yet, but they feel safer around you. You are not meant to be loud. You are meant to be true. And truth always finds its way through the dark. One day you will look back and realize. Your loneliness was shaping your wisdom. Your sensitivity was protecting your heart. Your quiet nature was building your strength. You were not missing out on life. You were learning how to feel it deeply. While others were chasing noise, you were discovering meaning. While others were performing, you were becoming. And that's why. You will love more purely. You will listen more deeply. You will live more honestly. You were different so you could be real. You were never broken. You were never too much. You were never strange. You were designed this way. Your depth is your gift. Your empathy is your power. Your awareness is your path. One day the world will feel loud. And people will search for calm. They will find you. Not because you were popular. But because you were real. And when you finally stop trying to fit in, you will realize. You were always meant to stand out.